Understanding the signs that predict longevity after 70. Reaching the age of 70 is often seen as a milestone, one that brings with it both wisdom and new challenges. For many, this phase of life is marked by changes that can be difficult to accept. Activities that were once second nature, like walking or getting out of bed, start to require more effort. Energy levels begin to dip, and the vitality of youth seems to fade with each passing year. This is where the feeling of slowing down comes in, an inevitable part of aging, it might seem. However, this is not a fate we must simply accept. While many people tend to assume that these changes are unavoidable signs of growing old, the reality is that our bodies are actually sending us clear signals. These signals provide insight into not only how long we might live, but also the quality of the life we have ahead of us. The truth is, the difference between those who live a vibrant, independent life in their later years and those who face health challenges can often be found in a few small, subtle, but powerful indicators. Scientists and doctors have identified 7 specific signs that reveal how long we might live once we pass the age of 70. These signs are not guesses, nor are they based on myths or superstition. They are rooted in real patterns observed in people who have lived long, healthy lives. The exciting part of this discovery is that these signs are not just predictive, but also actionable. With some intentional lifestyle changes and awareness, we can influence these signs to improve our health and longevity. By the end of this article, you'll have a better understanding of what to look for in your own body and lifestyle. And most importantly, you'll know exactly what changes you can make to maximize your chances of living a longer, healthier life. Let's take a closer look at these 7 signs that can reveal a great deal about your future health and longevity, and discuss how you can make improvements to these areas to help yourself feel stronger, more energized, and healthier well into your later years. Sign 1. Walking speed. One of the most telling signs of how long you'll live after 70 may not be found in your genetic code or even in your doctor's medical records. It's much simpler than that. One of the most powerful indicators of longevity is your walking speed. Walking speed has been scientifically proven to be directly linked to a number of important health factors, including cardiovascular health, muscle strength, brain health, and overall well-being. Studies have shown that those who maintain a brisk walking pace into their 70s and beyond tend to live longer than those who slow down significantly. Let's break it down with an example. Think of 2 individuals, Joe and Frank, both 75 years old. Joe is someone who walks every day, maintains a steady pace, and has no difficulty crossing the street or climbing stairs. His movements are fluid, balanced, and confident. He's clearly still in great shape for his age. Frank, on the other hand, used to be active but has become significantly slower in recent years. He struggles to keep up with others, takes frequent breaks, and sometimes feels unsteady on his feet. Joe's brisk pace suggests that his body is still functioning well, while Frank's slower pace could be a warning sign that his health is starting to decline. Walking speed isn't just about feeling faster. It's about assessing your overall strength and mobility. If you find that you're moving slower than you used to, it could be a sign of muscle weakness, poor circulation, or even the early stages of neurological decline. But there's good news. You can improve your walking speed. Regular walking, leg exercises, and even strength training can help maintain and improve your walking pace. So, if you notice yourself slowing down, don't ignore it. Take steps to improve your muscle strength and overall fitness. Your walking speed is a reflection of your overall health and can be one of the simplest ways to assess your longevity. Sign 2. Grip strength. You might not have thought much about grip strength, but it turns out that the strength of your handshake or your ability to hold on to things is a clear indicator of your overall vitality. Grip strength has been proven to be one of the strongest predictors of health in older adults. A strong, steady grip suggests good muscle health, strong circulation, and a functioning nervous system. On the other hand, a weak or declining grip can indicate muscle loss, frailty, and an increased risk of health complications. Consider the example of Robert and Walter, both 78 years old. Robert has always been proud of his firm handshake, and he remains active, regularly lifting light weights and doing exercises to maintain muscle strength. He has no trouble carrying groceries or opening jars. Walter, however, has noticed that even simple tasks like twisting the cap off a bottle or carrying a heavy bag have become more difficult. He chalks it up to just aging, but what he doesn't realize is that his weakening grip strength is an early sign of muscle loss, which could make him more prone to falls, injuries, and a shorter life expectancy. Your hands are a reflection of your overall muscle health. If you notice that your grip is weakening, it's important to take action. You can rebuild and maintain your grip strength by performing exercises like squeezing a tennis ball, using hand grippers, or lifting light weights. Simple actions like these can have a big impact on your overall health. So take a moment to check your grip strength. If you find it weaker than it used to be, don't ignore it. The strength of your grip today might just predict how well you'll hold on to life in the years to come. Sign 3. Balance. Another important sign to watch is your ability to balance. As we age, our balance tends to decline. But the ability to stand on one leg for even a short period of time can be an indicator of how well we'll live in our later years. Studies have shown that people who struggle with balance are at a higher risk of falls, injuries, and even cognitive decline. On the other hand, those who maintain their balance well into their 70s and beyond tend to lead longer, healthier lives. Let's consider Carol and Nancy, both in their early 70s. Carol has always been active. She walks daily, practices yoga, and can easily lift one foot off the ground for several seconds without wobbling. Nancy, on the other hand, has never really paid much attention to her balance, and when she tries to stand on one leg, she starts tipping over and has to grab onto something for support. This loss of balance isn't just a minor inconvenience. It's a warning sign that her coordination, muscle strength, and even brain function might be declining. The good news is that balance can be improved. Simple exercises like standing on one leg for a few seconds each day, walking heel to toe, or practicing Tai Chi can help you regain and improve your balance. In fact, balancing exercises have been shown to reduce the risk of falls and improve overall physical health. So take a moment right now and test your balance. Stand up and try lifting one foot off the ground. Can you hold it for 10 seconds without struggling? If not, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. The more you work on your balance today, the steadier and healthier you'll be in the future. Sign 4. Sleeping patterns. One of the most important factors that predict your longevity after 70 is the quality of your sleep. How well you sleep at night has far-reaching effects on your health, far beyond just feeling rested the next morning. Sleep is when your body does its most important work. It repairs cells, restores energy, clears toxins from the brain, and strengthens the immune system. For people over 70, the importance of getting high-quality sleep increases dramatically, as sleep disruptions can affect everything from cognitive function to heart health. Consider 2 men, Henry and Bill, both in their mid-70s. Henry has a steady bedtime, getting about 7 hours of sleep every night. He wakes up feeling refreshed and alert, ready to take on the day. On the other hand, Bill struggles with restless nights. He tosses and turns, wakes up several times during the night, and often has trouble falling back asleep. Over time, Henry's consistent sleep patterns help his body stay in good health. His mind is sharp, and he maintains his energy levels throughout the day. Bill, however, starts to experience brain fog, daytime fatigue, and even changes in his blood pressure. His lack of quality sleep is taking a toll on his overall health. If you're waking up frequently during the night or struggling to fall asleep, it's important not to brush it off as just a natural part of aging. Your sleep patterns can be a key indicator of your future health. Studies have shown that people who experience poor sleep quality in their 70s and beyond are at a higher risk for memory decline, heart disease, high blood pressure, and even a weakened immune system. Poor sleep can also affect your mood, making you more prone to irritability, stress, and emotional instability. The good news is that you can improve your sleep quality. Start by establishing a consistent sleep schedule, going to bed and waking up at the same time every day. Avoid screens at least an hour before bed, as the blue light emitted by phones, tablets, and computers interferes with the production of melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall asleep. You might also want to try relaxation techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or even a warm bath before bed to signal to your body that it's time to wind down. Reducing caffeine and heavy meals in the evening can also make a big difference in your ability to fall and stay asleep. In addition to these habits, creating a comfortable sleep environment is key. Make sure your bedroom is cool, dark, and quiet, and invest in a comfortable mattress and pillow. The more you prioritize good sleep hygiene, the more likely you are to enjoy restorative rest, which will benefit your health both mentally and physically. Sleep is not just about feeling rested. It's about allowing your body to repair and regenerate, which directly impacts how you will feel in your later years. Remember, how well you sleep today may be a strong predictor of how strong and healthy you will be in the years to come. So if you've noticed that your sleep has become more fragmented, or if you're waking up feeling tired, despite spending hours in bed, it's time to take action. Don't wait for sleep disturbances to spiral out of control. Take small steps now to improve your sleep quality, and you'll see the benefits for years to come.
Sign 5. Appetite and eating habits. As we age, appetite and eating habits can provide some of the clearest signs of how long we might live. A healthy appetite and balanced diet are essential for maintaining strength, boosting the immune system, and keeping energy levels high. On the other hand, a sudden loss of appetite or poor eating habits can signal underlying health issues and may accelerate aging. Let's consider the example of two women, Margaret and Susan, both 74 years old. Margaret enjoys her meals, eats a variety of fresh whole foods, and maintains a steady weight. She looks forward to preparing her meals and feels energized throughout the day. Susan, however, has noticed that her appetite has diminished. She no longer feels hungry like she used to, and she often skips meals. Over the past year, she has unintentionally lost weight and doesn't have the energy she once did. While Susan dismisses these changes as part of getting older, they might actually be a red flag that her body isn't absorbing nutrients properly, which could weaken her muscles, slow down her metabolism, and affect her immune system. A decreased appetite in older adults is often linked to various health concerns, including digestive issues, hormonal changes, or even early signs of cognitive decline. If your body isn't getting the nutrients it needs, it can lead to muscle loss and frailty, making you more susceptible to falls, illness, and other health problems. The good news is that you can take action to improve your appetite and eating habits. Focus on nutrient-dense, whole foods like fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Foods rich in vitamins and minerals such as leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and whole grains can help support your immune system and maintain muscle mass. If you're struggling to maintain a balanced diet, consider consulting with a nutritionist to ensure you're getting enough of the right nutrients. In addition, staying hydrated is crucial for maintaining your appetite and overall health. As we age, our sense of thirst may diminish, leading to dehydration, which can suppress appetite and cause fatigue. So make sure you're drinking enough water throughout the day. If you've noticed a loss of appetite or changes in your eating habits, it's important to address the issue early. Pay attention to what your body is telling you and make an effort to nourish it with the right foods. Even small changes can have a big impact on your health and longevity. By eating well, you're providing your body with the fuel it needs to stay strong, resilient, and independent as you age. Remember, the way you eat today can directly impact how strong and independent you'll be in the years to come. Keep nourishing your body with the nutrients it needs to thrive, and your future self will thank. Sign 6. Your ability to handle stress. How you manage stress as you age can have a significant impact on your overall health and longevity. Chronic stress doesn't just affect your mood, it takes a toll on your immune system, raises your risk of heart disease, and even accelerates the aging process. While some stress is unavoidable, how you handle it can make all the difference when it comes to living a long and healthy life. In fact, people who manage stress effectively tend to stay healthier, more active, and mentally sharp into their later years. Take John and Richard, both 76 years old. John faces challenges just like anyone else: unexpected expenses, health scares, and family issues, but he has learned to manage stress with a calm and steady approach. He practices deep breathing exercises, stays socially engaged, and doesn't let problems overwhelm him. John's ability to cope with stress allows him to stay physically and mentally strong, reducing his risk of developing stress-related health issues. On the other hand, Richard often holds on to stress. He worries about things outside of his control, feels overwhelmed by small frustrations, and gets stuck in negative thought patterns. Over time, this constant stress begins to wear on his body. His blood pressure rises, his sleep suffers, and his energy levels drop. The connection between stress and health is well documented. Long-term stress triggers inflammation in the body, which has been linked to nearly every major age-related disease, from Alzheimer's to heart disease. It can also impair cognitive function, contribute to weight gain, and weaken the immune system, making it harder for the body to fight off illness. But the good news is that you can improve how you handle stress. Simple techniques like mindfulness, deep breathing, and meditation can significantly reduce stress and promote emotional balance. Regular physical activity, even light walking or yoga, can also help lower stress levels by releasing endorphins, the body's natural mood elevators. Additionally, engaging in social activities and maintaining a positive support system can help you manage stress more effectively. If you find yourself often feeling tense, irritable, or emotionally drained, it's important to recognize these signs and take action. Finding healthy ways to manage stress isn't just good for your mind, it's a critical factor in how well you'll live as you age. Developing a stress management routine, whether through exercise, relaxation techniques, or social engagement, can enhance your quality of life and help you stay healthier for longer. Tip: when challenges arise, ask yourself, do you adapt and move forward, or do you let stress take control? The ability to stay calm, focus on solutions, and maintain a positive outlook isn't just beneficial for your mental health, it's one of the key factors that will help you live a longer, healthier life. Remember, your ability to handle stress can be one of the most important predictors of your longevity. Taking steps to manage stress today can make a big difference in how strong and healthy you'll be in the years ahead.
Sign 7. Your social connections. One of the most powerful predictors of longevity after 70 is the strength of your social connections. Research has consistently shown that people who maintain strong social ties, whether through family, friendships, or community involvement, tend to live longer, healthier lives. In contrast, loneliness and social isolation are linked to a higher risk of heart disease, cognitive decline, depression, and even early mortality. As we age, our social networks can shrink, but it's crucial to recognize the value of meaningful connections and how they impact our overall well-being. Consider the example of Eleanor and Barbara, both 78 years old. Eleanor has always maintained an active social life. She stays in touch with her old friends, participates in a local book club, and enjoys spending time with her family. She looks forward to her conversations, laughs often, and feels a strong sense of connection to the people around her. Eleanor's social engagement not only nurtures her mental health, but also supports her physical health. Studies show that regular social interactions help lower stress levels, improve mood, and even boost immune function, all of which contribute to a longer life. Barbara, on the other hand, spends most of her time alone. She has lost touch with many of her friends over the years, and though she has family, she rarely reaches out. As time goes on, Barbara starts to feel more isolated, her mood declines, and her overall health begins to suffer. Social isolation can create a vicious cycle where loneliness leads to depression and a lack of motivation, which in turn affects physical health. When we isolate ourselves, we also deprive ourselves of the emotional and physical benefits that come from meaningful relationships and social support. The truth is, human connection is more than just emotional support. It directly impacts our physical health. Socializing activates the brain, reduces stress, and even triggers the release of chemicals that promote well-being. These interactions can improve cognitive function, lower blood pressure, and even reduce the risk of chronic diseases. In fact, having a strong social network has been linked to living a longer, more vibrant life. So, what can you do if you've noticed that your social circle has shrunk or you're spending more time alone? it's never too late to reconnect. Small efforts can make a big difference. Reach out to old friends, join a local group with shared interests, or make it a point to have meaningful conversations with family members. Social connections don't have to mean being surrounded by people all the time. Even simple actions like picking up the phone to call a friend, joining a community class, or attending social events can improve your mental and physical health. As we age, we may naturally withdraw from social situations, but this can have a significant impact on our health. Loneliness isn't just about feeling sad, it has real, measurable effects on our body and mind. Staying socially engaged doesn't just bring joy, it helps ensure that you stay healthier, happier, and live longer. Tip: take a moment to reflect on your social connections. Are you staying connected with the people who matter to you? If not, make a plan to re-engage. Whether it's scheduling regular phone calls with friends, joining a club, or simply spending more time with family, these connections can add years to your life and improve the quality of those years. In conclusion, the relationships you build and maintain today have a profound effect on your health and longevity. So don't wait. Nurture your social ties, engage with others, and make a conscious effort to stay connected. A fulfilling social life is one of the most effective ways to ensure a longer, healthier life. As we grow older, it's easy to assume that the changes we experience in our bodies are simply a natural part of aging. However, the 7 signs we've explored, walking speed, grip strength, balance, sleep patterns, appetite and eating habits, stress management, and social connections, are all powerful indicators of how long and how well we will live after 70. The best part? Many of these signs are within our control, and with small, intentional changes, we can improve them and significantly enhance our quality of life. It's not just about living longer, it's about living better. The choices you make today, whether it's staying active, improving your sleep, managing stress, or connecting with others, can all have a lasting impact on your future. You don't need to wait for a diagnosis or for things to get worse before making a change. Each day is an opportunity to take small steps that can add years to your life and make those years more vibrant and fulfilling. So, take action now. If you've noticed any of these signs in yourself, whether it's slowing down, struggling with sleep, or feeling more isolated, don't ignore them. Start by focusing on one area at a time, and work towards building healthier habits that will not only help you live longer, but also live with greater strength, energy, and joy. Remember, it's never too late to make positive changes, and even the smallest adjustments can have a profound impact on your longevity. Thank you for joining us on this journey to better health and longevity. We hope you found these insights helpful, and we encourage you to share them with others who may benefit. Together, we can make aging not just about the number of years we have, but about the richness and vitality we experience in those years. Stay active, stay connected, and most importantly, take care of yourself. Your future self will thank you.